In today's tutorial, we are again going to learn about the aggregate function or group functions. MySQL provides aggregate or group functions which work on a number of values of a column and return a single value as a result. So, aggregate functions works on a column, values in a column, and gives a single result. Aggregate functions in MySQL are: first one is max, returns maximum value; then min, returns minimum value; next is average, returns the average of the values; then sum, returns the sum of the values; then count, returns the count of the number of values. So these are the functions that are available in MySQL and are the aggregate functions which apply on a group of rows. Now, group by clause. Group by clause is used in select statement to divide the table into groups. So group by clause can group the rows into different groups. The group by clause groups the rows that have identical values, means the rows having similar value are put into one group. Grouping results into a value for each group. So we have a single value for each group. The having clause places conditions in groups in contrast to where clause. So having clause is used to apply conditions on group, whereas the where clause places condition on individual rows. While where clause condition cannot include aggregate functions. So where clause cannot be used in aggregate functions. Having conditions can do so. So having conditions is only be used for aggregate functions. Now, as you can see in this table, we can have a group of like English subject, then maths, then science. So if we group this column on this table on the basis of subject, so we will have English group 1, maths group 1, and then science group 1, and in this way the groups are formed, and for each group a single result will be given. Let's see the following question. Consider the following table and write the queries for the following. So first one was to count number of students. So if we count the number of students, then we will write select count star. So star will count all the rows from student. Then next is to find the average marks of all students. So if you want to find the average marks, so we will write select average marks from students. So the average marks is given, so total divided by number of students. The next one, to display the subject and average marks of students. So you want to display the subject wise average marks, so we will write subject then average marks from student group by subject. So in the subject column we are making different groups. So English will be one group, maths will be one group, and science will be one group, and we are finding out the average. Then next is to display minimum marks and maximum marks. So if you want to display the minimum and maximum marks, we will write here select min marks and max marks. So min marks will give the minimum marks for a given column, and max will give the maximum marks. Then next, to display subject and average marks of students in different subjects. So you want to display the subject and the average marks of different subject whose average marks is less than 85. So here we have to apply a condition. So first we have to group them into subjects, and after that we have to find the average marks less than 85. So we will write a select subject comma average marks from student group by subject. So we are making groups of subject, and we are applying a condition having average marks less than 85. So here it is coming out as English and science. So where the average marks is less than 85. Then next, to find the sum of all marks of students. So if you want to find the sum, then we will use the sum and marks the column name. So this is the sum of all marks. That's all. Thank you.